There's a truth that some people are yet to come in terms with, and the truth is that we are the product of our behaviors, choices, decisions, and actions. We are also the product of the decisions that was made on our behalf, the decisions we didn't have control over, like the decisions to be born in the family we were born into, the decisions to be a Nigerian, a Ghanaian, or whichever country you come from. We are the product of those decisions, whether it was made by us directly or indirectly. But it is our duty to take responsibility of the outcome of our lives. Because if we do not take responsibility of the outcome of our lives and shift our responsibility to other factors, blame other people, blame other things for the outcome of our life, we will most likely not make a meaning out of our life. So let's take, for instance, there's a general belief that children that were born in ghetto areas will most likely turn out to be bad adults. And we can see from evidence, from stories, from real, real events that it plays out to be true. There are some children that were born in ghetto areas and they turned out to be bad adults. But there are also some children that were born in that same ghetto areas, but it turned out to be great adults. There are a lot of them in football, in the field of football, in the field of entertainment. If I mention names, we can recognize and know that it is true. So what is the difference? The difference is that the ones that turned out to be great adults, they took responsibility of the outcome of their lives. Yes, they didn't have control of where to be born into. They didn't have the control of choosing where to be born into. But they were born into that area, but they took responsibility of the outcome of their life. Yes, I was born in ghetto area, but I don't belong here. I want to live a life better than where I was born into. And then they took responsibility of the outcome of their life, of the decision that was made on their behalf. And that was the push that they needed, to get out of the life they were born into. And that is the difference between a child that was born in ghetto area and turned out to be a bad adult, and another child that was born in ghetto area and turned out to be a great adult. That was the life Jesus lived. Jesus was born into the family of a carpenter. Jesus' earthly father was a carpenter. And so he was doing great things. He was healing the sick, doing miracles, performing, signs and wonders. And then when he got to his hometown and, the news was everywhere that Jesus has been healing the sick, doing great things. And his town people were like, Jesus, we know him now. Is he not the son of the carpenter? Is his brother's name not this? Is his sister not this? Which one is miracle, signs and wonders? Are you guys whining us? Do you understand? The Bible said Jesus left. He couldn't do much in his hometown because of their unbelief. And so Jesus didn't allow his environment, to alter his purpose. And so he saw that his environment was going to affect him, and then he left and still went to fulfill his purpose. So he took the responsibility, even though he was born, from the family, he was born into the family of a carpenter, but he took responsibility of the outcome of his life. And so he did everything possible to fulfill his assignment, to fulfill his purpose. So the message this morning is, take responsibility for the outcome of your life. Stop blaming somebody. Stop shifting blame, because the more you shift blame, the more you feel relaxed. And so when you're saying, oh, this uncle is responsible why I have not started my business, he refused to give me money, or the devil is responsible for this. So the danger of that thing is that you will not be waiting for the devil to release you or to release you before you can live your life. You will not be waiting for your uncle until the day your uncle decides to give you money. That is when you want to now start the business. But if you take responsibility, say, yes, this is the outcome of my life. I'm the one that's responsible for the outcome of my life, whether I made the decisions directly or indirectly. And so you will do everything possible to want to come out of the challenge or the problem you are facing. So today I'm charging every one of us, let's take responsibility for the outcome of our lives, the decisions we made or it was made on our behalf, because that will be the push that will help us to live a life worth meaningful on earth. As a man who gets his heart so easy.